Lakers Nation, what is going on? So we just got a recent report coming out from NBA Central earlier today that the Atlanta Hawks are looking to trade their veteran center and Clint Capela, who's 30 years of age, this season, per Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports. And also, there was a report coming out 4 days ago from Evan City on X that the Hawks are canvassing the trade market utilizing Clint Capella's $22.3 million expiring contract for a rotational upgrade. And it didn't really say which position, which I think is very interesting. And I think the Lakers should potentially target him. I think it could be a solid pickup or addition next to Anthony Davis in the front court for help purposes. But also, Atlanta is in a position to become buyers only 2.5 games out of the number third seed in the Eastern Conference standings. But they also did fail in the standings. They're the seventh seed. The record is 14-14. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games. But they also lost to the San Antonio Spurs last night. And I'm going to show you this article, and it's called Lake Show Life. So it does say LA can find perfect Anthony Davis partner by soaring down south. So I'm not going to get too much into detail in this article. I'm just going to show you the most important stuff in this article. So let's get into it. So it says the Hawks, nothing less, would like to find Capela a new home before his contract expires after this season. Sources say with Atlanta, confident in the long-term starting ability of Aneka Kongu, and it'll be far more difficult to match Capela's salary than Jonas Valanciunas, who's currently playing for the Washington Wizards. He's billing to the Los Angeles Lakers and also Portland Trailblazers. Center Rob Williams, which he's injury prone, but the Lakers are in the market for a center. But there's ample reason to explore the option. Capela, he's 30 years of age, continues to be one of the most reliable, productive big man in the NBA thus far in the 2024-25 NBA season. He's averaging stats of 10 points per game, pretty solid, 9.4 rebounds, 3.7 offensive boards, 1.3 assists, 1 blocks, and 0.6 steals in just 23 minutes per contest. And those figures translate to marks of 15.7 points per game, 14.7 rebounds, 5.7 offensive boards, 2 assists, 1.6 blocks, and 1 steals per 36 minutes. Capela is in his final year of his current contract, however, which has made way for an all but even split in playing time between himself and Okongwu. They're combining to play 46.8 minutes per game with Okongwu at 23.8 minutes to Capela's 23 minutes per night, right? Which is actually pretty good. And Atlanta's shift in priorities should no way imply that Capela has lost the ability to contribute positively to winning, however, as instead a result of the team's desire to build for the future. They got a young pieces. They got Dyson Daniels and Larry Nance Jr. in return for DeJounte Murray in the offseason because they traded him to the Northern Pelicans and they received two first round picks. But Dyson Daniels is coming into his own. He's been one of the top defenders, and Larry Nance Jr. has been, pretty solid for them. I really don't think he's a center, but he's more of a power forward. And the main reason why they did trade DeJounte Murray in the offseason is because of the fit. Trae Young is the offense. He's the edging, high usage rate player. And DeJounte Murray just needed the ball in his hands, so that's why it didn't really work out. But the Hawks decided to keep Trae Young, and that's why they didn't trade him, right. But as for the Lakers, there seems to perfectly align with positive elements of what Capela does provide. We rank number 25th in offensive rebounds. That is actually terrible, leading to second chance points. Number 24 in second chance points, and number 28 in second chance points allowed, from other teams, and number 27 in opponents' points in the paint, right? So Capela, meanwhile, ranks in top 5 in the NBA in offensive rebounding percentage, cracks the top 35 in defensive rebounding percentage, and is holding opponents to 52.6%, shooting within 6 feet of the rim, 11.4% below the league average, operating alongside Anthony Davis. Capela would take a significant amount of pressure off the Lakers franchise player. Davis would be able to roam freely in his free safety role, finally being able to trust that his interior complement can hold their own when rebounding, defending the post, or protecting the rim. Right, so it could be proved challenging for the Lakers to match Capela's $22.3 million salary in trade conversations, but for a lowly defensive team, he'll be well worth for the cost. So Lakers fans, NBA fans, general, you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about King Capella? Like I said in the beginning of the video, I think he'll be a solid pickup. He does excel rebounding, rim protection, shot blocker, can set tough screens, can pick and roll, finishing, and interior scoring. And like I said, expiring contract, so most likely come off the books. And the salary cap is going to go up next year, so LeBron James, he could take a pay cut. I mean, he was willing to take a pay cut for Jonas Valanciunas, DeMar DeRozan, even Klay Thompson, but you see that LeBron James, he's in year 22. He's about to be 40 years of age in a couple weeks, especially if the Lakers do make a trade. And let's say the Lakers do come up short and they lose, in the Western Conference Finals, let's say Denver, or they make it to the NBA Finals and they lose, disappointing, which would actually be surprising because the Lakers are just not constructed very well. But let's just assume that they make it far and they don't win the whole thing. LeBron James does decide to pick up his player option right because I believe he has one and he has a no trade clause, then he could probably, restructure his contract. Like I said, he was willing to take a pay cut for those guys in free agency in the offseason. But those are my thoughts on the whole situation. And make sure you guys turn on notification bell so you guys get notified for future Lakers content. Like the video to get it to more people, help the algorithm, the audience. We're on the road to 3K subs. I'd really appreciate it if you could get me to my next milestone before Christmas, or if not, by Christmas Day. I'll really appreciate it. And I'm out of here. Peace.